Harrison Ford is back as Indiana Jones in the newest installment that comes out in theaters tomorrow, and I'm really excited to talk about this one because it is my most anticipated film of this year. Welcome back, film fans. It is Brad from Let's Be Bro Brad, and today on the channel, I want to talk to you guys about the brand new action adventure film called Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is directed by James Mangold, and the film stars Harrison Ford once again as Indiana Jones. In terms of anticipation and excitement, it is definitely disappointing because I did think this was going to be one of the best Indiana Jones movies and one of the best movies of the year, but this movie is just solid. I just love seeing Harrison Ford back as Indiana Jones. As you can tell, he loves this character. Director James Mangold did a really good job of handling the reins of the Indiana Jones franchise that was held by Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, and now he has to come in and fill some very big shoes. I think the movie did a really good job showcasing Indiana Jones and his aging, where the last film didn't really do a great job of that. The movie just makes a lot of like old people jokes. James Mangold is also a really good job at directing action sequences, and that is true in this movie. The car chase sequence that happens in Morocco is simply phenomenal. This had some of the best action I have seen all year. There are so many big epic action sequences with so many practical effects and so many extras and these really nice wide shots. This movie opens up with a 30-minute de-aging opening action sequence that is very reminiscent of the other Indiana Jones films, and I thought that was one of the best moments in the movie. I found the CGI in Harrison Ford to be really good, but there were a few moments that it didn't look so great, especially when he's more in the light. But in the more darker sequences, because it is a very dark scene, I thought it was very impressive. One of my favorite aspects about this film has got to be the score by the legendary John Williams, who has scored every single Indiana Jones movies and plenty of other amazing movies, as you guys already know. And he comes out with a bang with having so many of your classic themes from the other Indiana Jones films, but also doing something different and feeling so purposeful and perfect for this movie. I also really enjoyed the story of this movie, and especially with the treasure of the film, which is something different that we haven't seen from any of the other films, and I found it to be really interesting. And while I did predict what was going to happen because I'm just that good, I guess, I didn't find it to be a criticism because I found that the way they explored this treasure and some of the crazy things that happen with it were really entertaining, and it's going to be sort of a conflicting factor with many fans because of what happens, but I was on board with it. I also really enjoyed the adventure aspect, which is something I have loved about every single one of these films, as you feel like James Mangold clearly understands what makes Indiana Jones great. The adventure, the action, the energy. This is the 13th most expensive movie of all time with around $295 million, which is easily the most expensive Indiana Jones film, and I feel like it's on the screen. They didn't waste their money on here, and I think it looks really damn great. Unfortunately, I do have quite a few criticisms with this movie, and I do have to start with the CGI. While this movie does look great, and there are a lot of elements of this movie that are CGI, and you probably wouldn't even notice or know it was CGI, but I did find a lot of it to not look as good because this movie does have that 2000s feel where the CGI is so great for the time, but then there is a lot of it and it's not all going to look perfect. I do wish this movie had more practical effects and just more locations, and I know that is just more expensive and more, time to put on a movie, especially when this film was made during the COVID era and it was delayed a few times, so I get it, but I just wish this movie had better CGI or just a little bit less. The other criticism I have is a little bit with the story, as I know I was praising it earlier in this review, but there are certain elements of the story that I didn't completely love, as I do feel the adventure aspect, while it is good, doesn't hit the same as the other Indiana Jones movies. The other criticism I have with this movie is the two other characters that Indiana Jones has this adventure with, as I didn't think they were very good characters, and I found them really annoying during the movie. The performances to be pretty decent, especially from Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who does an amazing job here. I mean, she is absolute money during this film, but I didn't really like her character, and I know that's sort of the point. But at the same time, when they tried to redeem her at a certain point, it just didn't really work for me. Overall, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was a really fun adventure action movie that I'm so glad that I watched in the movie theater, because the sound quality was amazing. It was super loud, and I was so immersed into the film with its great projection quality at the theater I was at. This movie has so much action. It's very intense, and you do feel this movie just goes for it in terms of its big spectacle. Even though I think this is the worst Indiana Jones film, I still enjoy this movie quite a bit, even with the issues that I do have with it. I'm giving Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for checking out this review. As I want to know below in the comment section, have you seen Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? And if you have, let me know all of your spoiler-free thoughts of it, and where would you rank it among the other Indiana Jones films? Before you guys check out this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like as you always should, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the following video.